Hello friends, this is Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're doing well, and I want to welcome you to hashtag Thrifty Thursday. So this is where we share our thrifty goodies that we've maybe thrifted probably during the past week or so. So this is an open collab hosted by me, and I have a long list of participants in my description box. If you like these types of videos, there's lots of videos or YouTube channels to click on, and I've been featuring 5 of them each week. So I'm going to go over the next 5 with you, but also some people that don't have a YouTube channel can post on Instagram. So if you'd like to participate, just link my channel in your description box or tag me on Instagram, and let me know. I will add you to my list here in my description box, add your channel, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel. And that's pretty much it. Just post your video or Instagram on Thursday, any Thursday. You don't have to participate every week, just whenever you want to share your thrifty goodies, right? And they can be from wherever. It doesn't have to be a thrift store, just whatever you think is thrifty, right? So the next 5 that I wanted to feature this week, this next one is on Instagram, Living Crafty Life. And so yeah, just check her out on Instagram, her Instagram. The next one is It's Paper and Glue, y'all. That's a YouTube channel. And then Sweet Bee Paper Co., Dream with Caroline, and let's see, this 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5 is Miss Treads Everything. So those are all channels except for the one, Living Crafty Life, and that is she is on Instagram. So yeah, lots of fun channels to check out, and even Instagram to follow. So for this week, I've got a few things from a thrift store and one thing from a friend. Well, actually, kind of an acquaintance friend. This lady that I met, or that I know from my office building, her office is on the same floor as mine. And one time we got, once in a while we get mail. You know how the mailman sometimes, at least our mailman does. He's a really awesome mailman, but once in a while we get something that belongs to another office. So one time we got some mail from another office on our floor, and it had a beautiful stamp on it, a beautiful postage stamp. So I took it over to her office, and I just said, hey, if you're going to throw that stamp away, could you save it for me? And she said, oh, sure, no problem. I don't save the stamps. So she did save it for me. And that was a couple years ago. And ever since then, once in a while, she comes over with a little goodie bag of postage stamps. And there's some beautiful ones in here. She brought these over to me this past week. And yeah, she said I think she said a lot of these were from foreign countries. I see some from Australia here, but they are gorgeous. Look at the colors on these. And so she just saved me all these pretty ones this time. Not sure why. She had a bunch from Australia. Yeah, I think they're all from Australia. Let me see. Yes, they are, and they are very colorful and beautiful. So that is nice, and that was free, And I really enjoy getting and using the stamps she brings me. So yeah, that is nice. And yeah, if you let people know, if you can, let people know what you do and with your crafting and things, and they'll give things to you. So this next little pile came from one thrifty trip to one of my thrift stores. And so I found this. I thought this was really, I don't buy all the wallpaper or wallpaper rolls that I see, but if I see one that I think I'm really going to use, I get it. And I thought the colors in here, and this is very kind of almost generic, it wouldn't go in certain journals, but a lot of journals it would go into like a lot of vintage or botanical, or really any journal except for maybe, like my current one. I wouldn't put it in my retro handyman binder. I wouldn't put it in there, but it would go in so many, I think so many videos. So journals. So that's why I went ahead and picked it up. It's got pinks and greens and blues and yellows and just all kinds of pretty colors, and you know, you can cut this up, the wallpaper borders, you can cut and make pockets, and you know, you can make tags and journal cards, and of course there's so many things to do with it, right? So yeah, I thought that was a very usable roll. There's quite a bit there too. So I picked that up, and this is the one day where they, for some reason, had a lot of office supplies, and I didn't get really anything except for this right here. I don't really ever see these three, like they're 3x5 Rolodex cards. I don't really ever see these. I think I was sent some in Happy Mail one time, and that's the only ones I've ever had. And then I saw these, and they were kind of not even together, but I kind of gathered them up as best as oh, what is that? Oh yeah, I found a couple playing cards that day. And yeah, I gathered them up, and this is all I found, but I did get them, so that was a fun find for me. And then they just had a few of these smaller ones, which I went ahead and got. I do have some of these already, but I figured why not? It's just a few, you know, it didn't cost hardly anything. And there's a couple. I thought there was more than one. I was trying to find these little, I guess I only found one. There was it's a little playing card, so I went ahead and got it. And then they had a bunch of white index cards, and I told myself a while ago that I wouldn't buy any white ones because I have white ones, right? I have lots of white ones, and I said to myself, I'll only buy colored ones. So then this day I found these colored 3x5s, and there's this bright pink and yellow. So these did come from a thrift store. Just trying to see how thick they are. They're lined on the front and blank on the back. They're pretty colors, and you can do a lot with index cards. A lot of times I like to keep them whole, or I like to cut them in half. They make really cute. If you've never cut one in half, you should try it, because they're only like 2.5 by 3, and they make a really cute little journaling card or whatever you want to make out of half of it. But I think they're really cute cut in half too. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. And they were colored, so I went ahead and got those. And then I found this little, I guess it's a little like a dish towel maybe. It's kind of cottony up here, but I really wanted this snowman. It just looked like the perfect snowman to put on the front of a journal. I mean, isn't that the perfect snowman? And it looks a bit like a vintagey snowman. It's like distressed here in this white, what maybe was supposed to be a white part, but looks like it was distressed. That's what this looks like, but it's new. I mean, it still has a tag on it it's from Hobby Lobby. And it was, I didn't pay 99 cents. It was actually less than 99 cents there. But yeah, it just had this vintagey looking snowman, and I could use this whole piece here on the front of a journal, and I could even use some of this plaid if I needed to wrap around the front of the journal. And I got enough to put on the inside too. So yeah, I thought this would just be a really fun cover. I just love this snowman, so I picked that up. And then I got this. I kind of debated with myself for a minute, and then I decided to get it because I don't see, I know I usually pick up, you know, the beige colored doilies and things like that, you know, linens that I cut up, but this was black, and I saw all of these little flowers and things on here. Like there's big flowers like this. I hope you can see that. Maybe you can see if I put it down better. But big ones like that. And then there's this a little bit smaller one, and then all these little pieces here. And even look like this looks like a little doily, a little black doily. Isn't that pretty? And then it's like it's a runner, I guess. Like a table runner. And it even has this part over here, which could be cut in little pieces or whatever I might need. Even little strips of these, I'm going to call them like starries type pieces. I could cut into strips, and just whatever size I want, that runs along the whole thing here. So see, and it's pretty long. So I'm going to sit sometime when I'm watching TV and start cutting this up, and I think that would provide some fun black flowers. Something, oops, I hit my phone there, my camera. But yeah, that'll provide some fun flowers in a different color, right? I do like working with black sometimes because it just provides a good background, or whatever you put on top of it really pops if you put something colorful on top of it. So I haven't been buying any sheets because I have a lot of sheets already, vintage sheets and pillowcases. A lot of the pillowcases, I just put the whole pillowcase in my Etsy shop if they're in perfect condition. And I've been telling myself not to buy any because I have some already, right? But I saw these two pillowcases and they were just too beautiful to pass up. I haven't washed them yet. I'm going to go throw them in the washer. And then I'm going to I kind of already examined them at the store, but still sometimes I get them home and then I'll find something wrong. But these really don't, I'm still seeing nothing wrong with these. So I'm going to wash them and make sure they're up to par. And then I'll probably just pop these in my shop so that, because they're so beautiful, they're kind of like what, they both, I think this one more than this one, but this kind of vintage flower pattern reminds me of kind of like watercolor flowers. And so I really, when I saw these, I kind of had to get them because they were just too beautiful to pass up. Like I said, I pass them up all the time, but these were too beautiful to pass up. And this one is the one that really reminds me of kind of like watercolor flowers. I hope the colors are coming through as bright as they are. They might not be, but they're pretty vibrant in person, especially the pink right here. But we've got blues and yellows and then little green leaves and things like that, little green touches. So really, really beautiful. And again, even now when I'm looking at it, I don't see anything wrong with it. I try to examine things like this at the store so that I don't bring home something that's really not what I want, unless I want to cut it up type of thing. So we'll see how those turn out after I wash them, but I thought those were really beautiful. Then I found something different here. This is, what year was this? I thought I saw the year on here somewhere. Let me see. I don't see it right now, I don't think. Do you see it? I don't see it, but maybe I'll see it in a second. But Campbell's menu planner. And I thought it was really neat because this will make some great pages in a journal. Let's see, is there one? This one's kind of loose right here. So you can see how wide they are. So it'll be great to, turn and fold either way. Let's see how tall it is. There's no date down here. It just says, it does say Campbell's here, so it's, Campbell's. But let me just see, I'm kind of curious. These are 10 inches tall. So I will probably need to either make a pocket or something like that. So I could do that, make a pocket like that on this side, and then have a nice wide page. Or if I wanted to fold it this way and make some flip outs, type of thing, and cut off the bottom. It just depends on what I end up putting it in, right? So, but there's a bunch of these sheets, and so I thought that was something very unique that I had never found anything like this before. So that was a really unique find. And let's see, what else does it say here? Oh, it has a bunch of different brands up here: Pepperidge Farm, Bounty, V8, all that. I guess those are maybe all owned by the same company, probably. But yeah, that was a fun find and very unique. So I was wondering, I thought maybe we could go through the rest of the things that I had started showing you, the things that my kids got me for Mother's Day that were from the antique store that was closing, and they went and they got me a bunch of ephemera. So I thought maybe we could maybe try to get through the rest of this real quick. Let's see what's on the bottom here. So this is, well, it says cellulose acetate right here. Is it acetate? No, it's paper. So I don't know. Yeah, it feels like it's like newsprint. If you've ever worked with newsprint, it almost feels like The newsprint that I've worked with almost feels like construction paper, but it's usually this color, this kind of off-white or beige color. So, don't know why it says, maybe there used to be acetate in here in between these pages or something, but there's none in there now. So, but I like this cover, don't you? That's a pretty cover. I could definitely use that as either cut up. I mean, look at that. And very thick, like chipboard here, that could also be used if I could cut it. It's so thick, I don't know if I could. But yeah, very interesting. And then a couple of, it says analysis pad, but it's ledger paper. It looks pretty old. Probably there's usually no date. Oh, I like this too, this cover. Look at that, pretty olive colored cover. There's usually no dates on these types of things though. Oh, again, really thick chipboard there, or cardboard. So 2 of those were in my bag that they gave me for Mother's Day. So let's see, here's a few odds and ends here. We've got some checks, some canceled checks. That's neat to have the old stamps there on the back too. An old envelope from the Internal Revenue Service. That's not good. Just an old piece of, an old envelope, okay, with some writing on it. You never know where these things might come in handy. Another envelope here with, it's from a, looks like a bill. Services rendered at the hospital, okay. Somebody really just left all their records there at the antique shop or something. I know the guy, I used to go in there and shop, you know, before they closed, and the owner told me he would buy estates and just, you know, sell them. That's what a lot of the things he got from his shop were from estates. So maybe all these papers were from somebody's estate, or more than one person's estate. This is some kind of a little, like a promissory note. It was satisfied. There's a stamp right there. And another one, okay. $33. 12 months, or maybe the payment was $33. I don't know, it says 12 months. They had 12 months to pay whatever it was. And then a couple more here, okay. 1931, that's a cool, those are old, aren't they? 1931, wow. That's pretty amazing, right? Yeah, those are actually pretty old. Okay, a little bit more here, a little receipt from the hospital, or that's a, yeah, it's from, I almost thought it was Animal Hospital. No, it's for an x-ray at a hospital, 16 bucks in 1967. That's what an x-ray costs. I bet I'm sure it costs a lot more now. Let's see what's in here. This is the police department. Okay, let's see what from the police department is in this old envelope. 1930, really? 1931. Oh, something, they had to pay a fine for something. Not sure. I'm not going to read the whole thing now, but it's 1931. Fine $50, cost $14.90. Case number 10, whatever, cost $10.45, 75, 35. Must be paid on or before 6. And here's a stamp from the county, it looks like, or you know, a seal. But yeah, interesting. That is, I'll have to read that letter later. But it's look at the typewriter. The old typewriter is probably typed on there. But yeah, I find that very interesting. Okay, and there's the envelope. Alrighty then. That's funny. Let's see, a little clipping here. Somebody's obituary. Not funny, but it's just like you don't know what you're going to find in here. You know what I mean? In a stack of ephemera like this, you never know what you're going to find. 1950, it might be another promissory note. It says $400 here, number. So some kind of, it doesn't have a title on it, but yep, there's that. So a bunch of little receipts. I really want to get through this real quick though. So I think we can finish it today. A little note here. Okay, handwritten note. let's see what this is. It looks like a little receipt that I can't get open. Here we go. Yep, a receipt for payment at a bank. Or is it the same thing there? 1953, I think. Copy of an old receipt from a hardware store. Now that's cool. Now that's something I would copy right there. Spent $31.15 in 1970. I think that's a little younger, but still vintage. Reynolds aluminum credit. Oh, look at the envelope. It opens that way. That's cool. And there's some copies of, let's see, it looks like, oh, some kind of receipt in here or something like that. Okay. And then we have, this is neat, another kind of receipt or invoice possibly from a cabinet shop in no date, 1970 something. It just has a blank there, but that's neat. I like those lines. It has blue and pink lines. Social Security Board here in 1948. Some a receipt and a handwritten letter from 1957, and another letter they were writing back and forth, probably 1956. And let's see, what kind of paper is this? This is like a notepad here with lines, like almost like notebook paper, but not notebook paper. This is kind of a neat paper, feeling paper here. Not onion skin, but just not your normal copy paper or even bond. This feels like bond right here, but you know, old bond paper, and it's from the Superior Court of Alamance County, and it's something was paid for, so it says something about pay cost January 11th, so I don't know, but yeah, let's keep that together. I want to keep the envelopes with what it came with. Department of Health, Education, and Welfare. There's no date on here. Another old envelope that is opened, but these are nice to use for pockets, whether you use just the front of the envelope or not. Oh, this is different. This is supposed to be a copy of something with this kind of paper, but that is very different. 1961. Something about taxes, paying their taxes there. Another little receipt here or invoice from the brick company. Isn't that cool? Kind of crinkly paper. Okay, some envelopes from the General Accident Insurance. And what is in here? But it looks like possibly insurance policy or claim information. Yep. So here's some crinkly paper here, and then the other main part here. So all of this. Oh, there's some interesting stuff on the back here too. Very cool. Okay. That is definitely ephemera. And then a couple more envelopes. So this one's from another insurance company with a bunch of, this is 1948. There's a bunch of the same kind of thing. I'm not going to open this up because I'm going to run out of time. But oh, there's some onion skin in here too. So that'll be fun to use. And this one from an attorney in 1960. Let's see what she got from an attorney. Most of these have a woman's name on them. So onion skin type paper, crinkly. Okay, just writing her about her balance on her promissory note, $208. So she was almost done. It sounds like, but maybe that was a lot of money back then. A couple more envelopes here from, it looks like insurance company stuff. So both of these are Metropolitan Life. A bunch of papers, which I'm not going to take out right now because I'm running, like I said, I'm running out of time, but Here's a coupon book, which could be interesting. See that? Receipts and stuff like that. And yeah, there's a lot of that kind of thing in here. Little cards. Oh, look at this. This is neat. Hold on. Let me just pull this out. Coupon book. That's kind of neat, right? You can write on the back of that. Use that for different things. Use it for, use this for a base on a tag or something. You never know. Another insurance, it looks like another insurance policy. It's quite, you know, thick with all those papers like I showed you already. And what do we have here? Transactions, January 1942. Modern steam passenger locomotives. Oh wow, this is cool. Look at this. Diagram of trains. All the train information. Now this I probably would keep together and put in my shop because I know a lot of people actually collect train ephemera and things like this. So this is something that I would value too much to take apart. And it's in really good condition, and 1942, so I mean there's a little kind of tear here, but you know, like where it's just coming apart, it's not really a tear, just wear. And so, but really nice condition on that. Oh, this is just a composition book. Okay, I can always coffee dye these papers, right? Okay, and then the last thing, we're at the bottom. Yay! So in here is, let's see, which way does this go? It goes like this. Some type of little form here that people would fill out to, it says, please mail to Waverly Draperies. So maybe an order form where you're ordering your draperies. And and what you owe, and here's the customer and the salesman's signature, and there's several copies to each one. So like there's the white one on this top part here is gone, but there's a white, I guess a white, let's see, and then what color is next? Yeah, okay, so they're white and then a yellow and then a pink copy, and they're probably not self-carbon. They probably put carbon paper in between and did that. Oh, here it is right here. Yep, here's the carbon paper. Well, it was never used. Carbon paper, an actual piece of carbon paper that looks like it was never used. Isn't that funny? So they just took that and put it in between the letters so they can make their copies. And there we go. That was that. And then these are, if I can get one out, it looks like there's a bunch of these in here. So little pads of this paper, pink paper, which is neat. A lot of it. I could put some of this in my shop because there's a bunch here. Credit memorandum, but let me tear one off. It's thin paper, so you could back it with some cardstock if somebody wanted to, or just put it, fold it and put it in a pocket for someone to collage with or write on. There's lots of lines. So, and it's pink, so it's pretty, right? So yeah, that is fun. So yeah, I think I might put some of those in my shop. Maybe I'll put a little, you know, little bundle in my shop of papers. So yeah, that's in a tops box. But that is it for today. I think that's enough, right? I hope you enjoyed everything, and be sure to, if you would like and you're interested, just check out the other participants. And especially I'm kind of like, you know, focusing on the featured channels that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. And if you're not subscribed to them, I'm saying this about every 5 that I feature, go ahead, if you wouldn't mind, and subscribe to their channels and give them some crafty love, as well as anybody else that you may check out in my collab here, Thrifty Thursday. So thanks for watching today, everybody. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.